We're finishing the strategy pillar today in this fifth video of the series titled 25 Things I Do to Grow My Blogging Business. And we're talking about focus. Here's what I mean by focus. Figure out what you're great at and what you're passionate about and double down on that. Heck, triple down on that. Is that a thing? Then stop looking at everyone else and focus on what you're good at. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Leslie and I help professional bloggers grow their business consistently and with a plan. I hope that you'll subscribe to this channel for more content just like this, just for bloggers every week. And if you're keen to do so, join our free Facebook community and download my free blog post update checklist. The links are below. Okay, let's dive into focus. It's easy to get distracted, but if you want to make it in this game, you need to learn how to tune out the noise and focus on what really matters. Now, I'm not talking about distractions like the phone ringing or checking Instagram notifications or that type of distraction. I'm talking about all the shiny objects that you see other bloggers doing that you think you also have to do in order to be successful. Let me give you an example. One of my blogs is a hyperlocal blog. Almost every hyperlocal blogger I know has an event calendar, and it seemed like the thing to do. Now, when I evaluated it, I determined that it wouldn't work for my business model, and I'll jump into that in a second. But I'm going to tell you, I knew it wasn't right for me. But everyone was doing it, and everyone was making great money from it, and that's all relative, by the way, so don't fall for that phrase. But it was eating at me. Surely I was missing something. So I bought an events plugin. I set it up, which is no small task. I entered event after event after event. I set up a self-service app that allowed companies to add their own events and promote them for a small fee if they wanted to. I shared it with my partners and with my readers and on social media and in my newsletter. I did this for an entire year, and it was exhausting and not at all lucrative. And if you count my hourly rate for the time I invested, and I recommend that you do that, it was a loss. But am I surprised by this? Not at all. I already knew this in my gut, but everybody was doing it. And that's when I promised myself that that would never happen again. I got out a piece of paper and I made a list of what I knew I was good at. So for me, it was SEO and email marketing. It was the relationships that I had with my brand partners, like real relationships that included knowing about them and their business on a core level. It was my understanding of how to leverage SEO and email in really unique ways, like featured listings and remarketing, and my ability to make a living in travel without charging for a visit so that I could get larger, bigger contracts after I had proven myself with zero risk. Those might not be your strengths. Yours might be social media or YouTube. It might be in-person events, or unlike me, your amazing event calendar. It might be your products or your connections. Whatever your superpowers are, identify them. Okay, so I don't mean sit on your couch while you're watching Stranger Things and let them come into your head between monster scenes. I mean, take out a Sharpie and maybe some colored paper and document them. Look at them. Chew on them. What are your superpowers? You might also include a list of things that you are not good at or that you don't want to do. So let me explain. I don't want to work every day. To me, that is not freedom. And that's one of the reasons why I don't focus on social media or live events. I also have an hourly rate minimum that I expect, not just from my content partners, but from myself. And if I think I can't make that, then I don't dip my toes into that kind of work. Like an event calendar, for example. I knew that wasn't for me. It would be a high effort, low return project. I am still kicking myself. Once you do that, once you identify what you're great at and what you're not great at or what you don't want to be great at, then I want you to put together a list of all the ways that you can generate revenue with that super special secret sauce. Some of these ideas will allow you to directly make money, and others will be supporting efforts that drive revenue. Nothing's off limits in this brainstorming session, okay? As long as it leverages the strengths that you identified earlier. So I came up with a list of 3 products that we offer. 3, that's it. Those 3 products alone produce a healthy 6-figure salary every year. I feel really good about them. I excel in delivering them. I know that they offer value to my partners and to my readers, and they're a good deal for me as well. I also invest my time and energy on 3 things that support those revenue channels, though they don't make money directly. I know these are investments, but they're investments for the right reason, toward the right goals, and really done mindfully. So when someone asks me if I want to partner with them on a live event, I know the answer is no. When I see someone kicking butt and taking names on social media and I feel a little jealous or wonder if I should invest my time and energy there, I know the answer is no. Now, your strengths will be different than mine. Your life choices are different than mine. So your product offerings are going to be different, your support tasks will be a little bit different, and your decisions will be different. I am truly not knocking event calendars, let's be clear. There are some really lucrative ways to do that. It's just not something that aligns with the decision matrix that I've made for myself. The point is that when you make those decisions, whatever you decide, that you do it mindfully and with forethought, with reason and not with emotion. You can do all the things, but you can't do them well. So focus on being the best that you can be, the go-to person for the things that you excel at and that bring you joy. And stop looking at other people's grass, green or not. A final word on this. I am not saying that you should avoid growth and new projects and additional forms of revenue. I'm saying that every new product idea, every new shiny thing or pet project that you consider for your future should be filtered through the same lens that you just created. I want to give you an example. Quizzes are all the rage right now. They're having a renaissance, probably because new technology kind of makes them more accessible to small business owners. I see them everywhere. Some thought leaders I know have been really touting them, so I put them through my filter. And yes, I think they work for me, especially since I can use them to grow my email list and highlight my customers, 2 of my superpowers. So I invested in a class on making quizzes, and I put time and money into building landing pages for the results, creating an email series for nurturing my quiz takers. I put a lot of time and work into it, and a lot of money. So we should launch next quarter, but I feel really confident about it because I know that it aligns with my focus, my secret sauce, what I'm good at, what makes me happy, and what generates revenue. And it's not just me randomly chasing shiny pennies again. I learned my lesson the hard way. Find your focus, align your products and projects, and don't look at your neighbors except to help them out and cheer them on. That's what's going to set you apart from all the other bloggers out there.